Okay, here's a doozy for today, especially since most of you won't even see it. Because if you want an opinion, you will look at the thumbnail and you will make one. So, this is Robert Monroe, and like this video, if you actually watch it, actually, better yet, don't watch the video, just like it just because you thought the thumbnail looked cool, supported your point of view, and walk away. Anyway, I'm trying to be feisty because I notice a lot of comments over the last few years on a video I made a while ago talking about music theory and how it basically was a call out on everybody who is educated like I was, and basically tells people they can't play music unless they learn a certain amount of music theory. The funny thing is, if you watched the video in the slightest, you would know I'm being tongue-in-cheek and know that I really highly value music theory. That's why I made the video as a counter stance to where I'm coming from. But the hilarious thing is, people do not watch things. So I remember, and it's stuck in my head for forever, my dad saying that it's not that people don't read anymore. It's actually people are reading too much, but it's all of a certain type, and then we have fatigue for reading. It's the exact same with viewing content with anything. What happens is we do so much and spread ourselves so thin that the same level of introspection and thought that we would give something, let's say if it was the only piece of paper that had words on it that we could see for a week. Well, yeah, we're going to read that piece of paper like a billion times. I guess the only equivalent that I have in my lifetime were video games. When I was a kid, there were not that many video games, and they were really, really expensive. So what did you do? You played them over and over and over again. That's why you got good at Mario. It's not because you liked Mario. It's because it was the only game that you had. So instead of this becoming old man ranting, get off my lawn, what I was more interested in this being about is trying to understand why, and then seeing what we can do, and then also coming up with a game plan, because let's be honest, I'm not going to watch your videos. You're not going to watch my videos. We're definitely not going to watch them to the end most of the time. So what's the game plan? Does that mean I can't have any conversation? I can't say anything about it? That's where I want to get into, which is, when are you allowed to comment on something, have an opinion about something that you don't really know? This also comes out in fact checking. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole there, but it's okay to state an opinion about something even if you don't know what you're talking about. That's exactly what an opinion is. So let me just mention two things to frame this, and then we'll kind of wrap it up in a nice bow, because these I'm not planning on making them ever very long, because in the mornings I got a little person on my lap and she doesn't like long videos, don't you? So here's the thing. On the commenter side, you want to do as much due diligence as your comment infers. So what do I mean by that? If I say, looks like a fun video, I don't have to watch that video. Interesting title. Well, I read the title. I can say that. You know what? I don't think I'm going to like this one that much. Also okay to say. Especially if you keep it in the realm of personal opinion, it's very easy to just make a comment even if you don't have not experienced the whole content. When you start to make more general statements and you start to make it be a little bit bigger, and especially if it becomes personal at all, the moment you go personal, please take a deep dive. Otherwise, you're just doing yourself a disservice and coming off as a jerk. That's what I would say on the commenting side. Now, when you see a comment, you also can weight the comment. So what do I mean by that? I see a comment about science, not from a scientist. Now, that's way too broad. So let me make it more specific. I see a comment from, say, one of my siblings who are an engineer, and it's about biology and some subject that they haven't done. Now, if it's an insightful, interesting, thoughtful comment, am I going to dismiss it because it's not their discipline? No, we all are constantly talking about stuff that we are not fully experts in. That's kind of the point. And if you do enough digging into science and history, you realize no one is a true expert about anything. So let's just get that out of the way. If you want to know something for a fact, look it up in a book and then find another book written 15 years later telling that that fact was not true. Anyway, this is a hot take today. So what I'm saying is, if you're watching my videos and you want to say something personal or a bit broader, a bit more intense, please do me the service of watching the whole thing. If you want to say something surfacey, by all means, give me the like first. Then throw up some comment. If you're seeing these comments, you can judge them in the same measure that they judged. So if they did something surface, you don't need to respond. They didn't do much work. If they did a deep dive, maybe you need to look at it a little bit more intentionally. I'm Robert Monroe. This is a video about commenting, about responding without knowing what you're talking about, and I hope you have a great day.